I needed because I know I told myself I don't know. I told myself I wasn't going to talk about this so much, but it's just like what was it? Every time I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in and pulling me back in. Now I just put this. I put this one up because I just thought it was funny. But also it proves my point in the last video when I'm telling saying y'all need to stop hyping up Summer because it's going to get her fucked up. And from what I've been learning and been seeing all the joints, she was like, she noticed that like her fights be lasting the longest. She's been getting head trauma from all this shit. Which hindsight, you did that all to yourself. Like, you got no one to blame but your fucking self for that. Her fighting Tashiki, and it's just like she said she didn't run, but obviously anybody that's seen the video, she was running, talking about get away from me, get away from me, leave me alone, leave me alone. So now it gets all into this big fight about Lex and Krishan, and I guess Lex and Tashiki, and how come they're not jumping, like picking fights and picking and choosing fights, and how come Lex didn't jump in for Tashiki for Summer, and how come Lex didn't, Lex ain't jumping, Lex ain't fight Krishan when he was like the floor is open and some shit like that. Okay, I'm gonna give you my personal opinion on this. So one thing, I think Lex actually likes Tashiki, and I think Lex actually likes Krishan. And she don't really. It's not that she's ducking smoke. I don't think she wants a problem with you. Now, again, anybody that's knowing this show, it's just like the crowd wants to see people fight, and I don't think Lex want to fight Tashiki. I think Lex want to be cool with Tashiki, and I think this vice versa. Like they don't really have problems. Y'all just have problems on the show because it seems like the show is always pushing people to have fucking problems. They over there getting high, they getting drunk, and they get. I'm pretty sure I'm repeating myself like a fucking cycle, but I'm saying this. I'm like, I don't think it's even her talking about, they ducked the fade with Krishan and all that other stuff. I'm pretty sure none of them are afraid of the other girl. It's not even a problem, but also I don't think none of them wants to fight each other either. And that is fine. And look, and to people who's just saying that, y'all have never, people, they ducked the fades. Y'all have never really been in fights. And I say this because it's like, do y'all know how tiring being in a fight is? That's a lot of energy wasted, especially if most of the time you swing wild. Like, boxing itself is an endurance. It's more or less an endurance instead of knocking people out. It's more or less an endurance. Like, if you ever, like, sparred with someone, 3 minutes is a long fucking time. 3 minutes is a long fucking. Most people don't understand. 3 minutes is a long fucking time. Now do that for like 3 minutes for 3 rounds, so 9 minutes. A lot of people, by the time you like get to the second round, and let's just say you got boxing gloves on, that weight the weight of the gloves itself is tiring you out. You walking around trying to pick your spots is tiring you up. Like, most of the boxing is really in the feet. I know a lot of people like saying knockouts, but anybody tell you it's really in the feet and it's in the endurance. That's why like they go for miles runs just to get your endurance. Before you even start knocking people out, you gotta last first. Like, you gotta be in impeccable shape just to box. That's for one thing. Now, fighting. We all seen a fight, a fist fight, a street fight. Most of those last about 30 seconds. And even with Tashiki, where it's just like she knows when she's getting tired, she's grabbing you and throwing you to the ground. Now, with Summer, all she did was just slap her up. So she went easy on Summer. But Summer don't shut the fuck up. Like, even when you seen the previews of the next episode, and she's still talking in that business, and Lex had to tell her, shut the fuck up. Now, obviously, Summer don't know how to fucking shut up, so that's why she's talking about getting these injuries and shit. It's like, you would get them if you wouldn't shut the fuck up. And it's just like, they're not even telling you this because they don't want it. It's for your own good, because they always have to jump in for you because you're always starting to instigating shit. Now, again, Who want to fight Tashiki? You don't even want to fight Tashiki. So if you don't want to fight Tashiki, why the fuck would you want Lex or Dolly to fight Tashiki? In which Dolly already fought Tashiki and she got dropped. You think Dolly want that smoke again? And again, I don't think Lex have a problem with Tashiki, but again, I don't think she want to fight her either. Again, that doesn't mean she's scared. Something's wrong. I don't want to fight. And this is what I tell people all the time. And I know some fighters. Like, when I was in the Navy, there was this guy, he about 5'5". I'm going to say he's 5'5". And he was a Muay Thai kickboxer. Really good at his shit. And he used to tell me about him fighting professionally. And like, he used to beat niggas up. And this nigga was official. So one time, like during boot camp, and like we talked all the fucking time, but he was so humble. Like, he turned his life over to Christ. He was very humble. And every time, like, he talked with a very calming voice. And then one day, and I believed him. It's not even that I didn't believe him. I believed him. But one day, because I was in a boot camp with a bunch of SEAL team candidates and motherfuckers that just knew how to fight. Like, for real. We also had this Filipino motherfucker. He was just a badass motherfucker. And he knew how to fight too. Like, I swear to God, I was in a boot camp with some of the baddest motherfuckers I've ever been around. Like, these are some badass people. No matter what color, race. But anyway, me and my man Barrett, I asked him one time, I was like, yeah, you was doing the Muay Thai shit, right? I said, could you teach me some moves? And he was like, sure. And he was ecstatic to teach me. So we went into the bathroom, like in the shower, because that was where the most we could do some of the moves without waking the people up, because it was late at night. And I was curious, because I was just like, I wanted to see this man in action. So this man, he was showing me like just simple things. So he said, I want you to do this, like this 3-step kick. And he did this 3-step kick, and he did this shit. That shit was so precise and so on point. Like, in my head, like outside, I didn't react, but inside, I was like a black man that seen magic for the first time. I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, when I tell you this nigga was on point with his Muay Thai shit, that shit was crisp. I was like, oh my God. And then when I do it, and these are just 3 basic shits. My shit wasn't on point. And he basically like, yeah, you gotta really snap. He was telling me shit like, you gotta really snap into your joints. You gotta really like throw some joints out there. It's like, cause my form was off. I don't know how to. He was teaching me form and everything. And it's just like, and eventually I was getting to a point where it's like, yeah, you getting better and all that other shit. And that was just one night. And a lot of people, and not only that, other people was coming in, like SEAL team candidates. They was teaching me a lot of self-defense shit. When I tell you this, and I said, that is a badass motherfucker. But even this is me saying this, like some of the most badass motherfuckers that know how to fight, they're not trying to fight all the fucking time, because they understand violence, and because they understand violence and they understand where it can go. And like, look at Joe Rogan. I know a lot of people see the Conor McGregors. That's like 1 or 2% of people, but most of the people, they're like very humble, because martial arts or anything that have to do with fighting, they teach you self-discipline. And like, I think even Tashiki, like, she knows she could beat a bitch up, but she's not trying to. And then y'all kept calling her boring. So now y'all trying to turn up. And again, and I know I said this in the last one, I don't blame Lex or Dolly for not jumping in, because you run your both. And as you know, they always say the one that barked the loudest is usually the weakest. So we know someone can't fight. It's like, bitch, you can't fight. And after a while, you get tired of jumping into other people's fights for you. Now, does Lex pick and choose the fighting? Yeah, we done seen that. She done picked and chose. She done was picking with fucking Scotty that whole season. And Scotty had like she was chasing down. She was damn near chasing Scotty. She was fighting Fauna all the fucking time. And she was picking people out. I want you, I want you, I want you. She was picking up bitches like, but yeah, like, she was fucking trying to fight Jayla the whole fucking time and all that other shit. When Jayla was, and I remember Jayla wasn't even around. Fucking, that was Dolly and shit. And she just wanted to fight Jayla for some reason. And she wanted to pick that fight with Jayla too. It was just like, and I'm not saying Jayla can't fight, but it was just like, what do you do? Like, people are just like, you could tell like you were trying to do it for clout or some shit like that. At least in my opinion. But not saying Lex can't fight, because she did fought Ivory, and them two went back and forth at it, and it's just like both of them was back and forth at it. But most of the time, like a lot of those, like people I know they can't, like they don't, the people I know that can fight, that really really can fight and all that stuff. Even them, they tell you the best defense is walking away. Some of the best fighters, they say, sometimes the best defense is walking away from a fight, because a lot of them understand. Now, don't get me wrong, and this is where I'm coming at from a friend standpoint with the whole Lex thing, and because anybody says she's ducking smoke, I'm not going to say she's not ducking smoke. I just don't think she's want to fight. But I will say this, and I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't like fighting. I fight when I have to, right? Like, I fight if I have to. But anytime when I had a knuckleheaded friend that, there's a hothead, for some reason I attract hotheads. Like, one of my homeboys that was in the Navy, he was a hothead. Nigga knew how to fight, though. The nigga knew how to fight, but the nigga was a hothead. And, like, one time we went to a club that was on base that I've never seen before, but we were just on the base chilling and all that shit. I'm over here dancing with a chick, and for some reason, spider sense is tingling, and something tell me look left. No, look right. I look right, and my man, he was about to get into a fight, and without hesitation, I say this all the time, without hesitation, I stood right beside him, like behind him too, just in case someone was about to do some shit. I was like, look, I don't like fighting, but if we have to, like, I'm swinging. I was ready. The security guards broke it up. We went home. Nobody didn't have to fight. Thank God. But I was like, the nigga was behind him. He was like, yeah, he was like, you better be ready. I was like, nigga, I'm not gonna let you get stomped out, or some shit like that. Because he was like, don't let him get stomped out. But that nigga was about to fight a nigga. And like, I don't know how many niggas was there, but I was right there, right beside him. So like, I don't know if I was gonna take an ass whipping or not, but I was just like, I'm not gonna let you leave him by yourself. And that's how I am. I don't like fighting, but if I know that, like if they're gonna run the fair one, they're gonna run the fair one. But if someone jumps in, I'm jumping in. Point simple. Now, with that being said, I do have limits. And then, like I said, I'm speaking for myself. I do have limits. If you did the shit Summer did, talking about Tashiki and personal family business that you have no correlation of being in, that shit has nothing to do with you, and yet you're talking that shit, that's your fight. And I'm pretty sure Lex was like that. And as a matter of fact, the first person I'm talking to is you. Why the fuck are you doing that shit? Why the fuck are you choosing to fight knowing you're not that? Knowing Tashiki knocked bitches out for 11. She knocked out fucking Dolly. And she was trying to say, no, Dolly beat your ass. And even Sukiyama was like, no, she didn't. And even Dolly was like, nah, I kept my teeth. No, like, seen her whoop up on Diamond. Seen her whoop up on E.T. Seen her whoop up on Mars. Seen her whoop up on a bunch of other baddies. And that's where you want to pick on? And that's who you want to pick? That's like me going up to heavyweight champion Mike Tyson, and I just swing on him for no reason, and Mike Tyson whips my ass. Now, if I had done that, you know what people are not going to say? They're not going to say, oh no, Mike, why did you do that? You know what they are going to say? Nigga, why in the fuck would you swing at heavyweight champion Mike Tyson? Nigga, you dumb as hell. You deserve getting your ass whipped. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, Mike minding his business. Mike having fun somewhere. I see him and I take a swing at him. That nigga fucks me up. I deserve that. And a lot of niggas gonna say that. Nigga, that's what you get. And then, like, that's how they should. And honestly, I feel like that's how they treat Summer. Now, again, Was they jumping on the bitch? Yeah, they was jumping on the bitch. But at the same time, that was just on some other shit. That wasn't on no personal shit. That was just like some shit. But even then, it was just like some of the shit Summer was getting into. Was just like you're putting yourself in there. So even like I think right now is getting tiring. That's why you see the next episode where she's like beat her ass, and Lex is like shut the fuck up. Like they already had to stop Tashiki from slapping you the fuck up. Look at it. Like look at this picture. Like look at you. Look at the picture. It's just like I think that, and this is why I felt like they let them fights last long because even Ivory had to whip your ass, and it's just like seems like everybody like all my fights last long because you don't shut the fuck up, and I think a lot of them was just you know what, let her get her ass beat. Maybe they, but for some reason she still don't shut the fuck up. I think she retarded. And this is what I said. And even then, she was talking about like getting permanent damage or some shit like that. It was like she's been on the show long enough, and it seems like all the fights last long because you don't shut the fuck up. I'm repeating myself now, but that is my opinion on this whole thing, right? And I want people, like I said, and this is why I tell people, y'all need to stop hyping Summer. And like I'm saying in my last video, y'all need to stop hyping Summer up because it's going to get her hurt severely. It's really going to get her hurt. I said it's going to get killed. I don't even want to go that far, knock on wood, but it is going to get her severely hurt. But Summer, like, you need to shut the fuck up. I think, like, I don't care about the whole Big Three breakup, but it's just one of those things where, yeah, you got to tell your friends to shut the fuck up. So, what do y'all think? Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.